Welcome back to the continuing adventures of the members of the Florida Powerboat Club. This is Stu Jones and our producer Ryan McCoy in the Pompano Beach studio. Florida Powerboat Club now continuing our assault on the city of Key West in November of 2020 for our annual Key West Offshore Poker Run. And when I say assault, I mean like we're just throwing money at them, because remember, we're in the middle of COVID, and the city and the entire county of Monroe County have missed out on so much tourism. So they're so happy to see Florida Powerboat Club come back. So before we continue our coverage here of this Key West event, let's thank our sponsors. Let's begin with our 2020 series sponsors, including Deep Impact Custom Boats, their sister company Blackwater Boats, and their exclusive worldwide dealer Plantation Boat Mart. Together, these three companies offered the grand prize sponsorship, a $25,000 prize to the top winner of the poker run. And continuing our 2020 series sponsors, Mercury Racing, Wide Open, Mystic Powerboats, Myco Trailers, Nortec High Performance Boats, Performance Boat Center, and Superior Communications, our second prize sponsor. So let us begin with the sights and sounds of Key West on this beautiful Friday morning. Now we have all the teams in town. As you've been following our previous episodes, we had a Wednesday departure with about 40 boats, and again a Thursday departure with about 120 boats, bringing the total to 160 teams here in Key West. Many of them docked right here at the Conch Republic Seafood Company, which is our official Key West Offshore Poker Run headquarters. And that, of course, means that we have all of these sponsor boats tied up, filling every last little square foot of docking space with all of the featured brands, including this Mystic we can see here, and all of the leading manufacturers who continually support this event year after year. And it certainly is a great show for these people who have managed to find their way to Key West, and many of them are tourists that didn't even know that there was a poker run going on, so I'm sure this is quite the surprise for a lot of them. Looking across now at the A&B Marina, of course we have a lot of boats docked over here as well. In fact, now because the offshore powerboat races were canceled by the city of Key West, that left a lot of open space in a lot of these marinas here in the historic seaport. But we managed to fill up all the space, well, almost all the space. We left a little bit of room here for Manny the Manatee to make his pass through the Conch Republic, as he does on a daily basis. So I guess you're wondering what is on the agenda for the day. Well, on the Friday is typically we try to get out and have a fun run, and that's exactly what we're going to do. But it doesn't start like with a green light and a on your mark, let's go. It's more of a casual flow as we check out Chris Villar here in his Nortec 390 Sport. We saw a lot of this boat in the earlier episodes as he and the girls made their way down on the Wednesday departure run. But on this Friday morning, I think a lot of people have a checklist on their agenda. First thing, of course, to get some fuel. And we have 3 different locations here in the historic seaport where you can do that. And for those of us that want 93 octane, it's actually being provided at another marina over on Stock Island at the Stock Island Yacht Club. So much thanks to them for looking out for the Florida Powerboat Club, as they have done for many years, and getting that 93 octane fuel.
As always, a very vibrant and festive atmosphere here at the Key West sponsor dock. Conch Republic Seafood Company, once again, 21 years now, consecutive years that we've been here as our Poker Run headquarters. A little different this year because of COVID. No great big Poker Run village, but a huge Poker Run dock. In fact, right now, most of the boats have gone out heading for Woman Key for a big raft-up party. The sponsors are out getting their helicopter love, and it's time for us to fire up Project 1080 and go out and have a little fun. Got some guests on board, came all the way from Puerto Rico to join us. They're having their first Key West poker run with the club, and they're having a blast. And everybody's having a blast from all over the country. We even managed to get a few Europeans to somehow get on an airplane and get over here to be a part of this festive event. 28 consecutive years here with the Florida Powerboat Club in Key West. Don't hear the races out there. Don't hear any noise, because apparently there are no races, but the town is still full with all kinds of people, and we're here to have some fun. Kudos to all of the Florida Powerboat Club members for toughing it out on that final leg yesterday, coming from Marathon down to Key West. It is Friday morning, and this thing is just getting going. Let's go!
Well, I wonder what I had for breakfast that morning. Geez, I was pumped up. Anyway, speaking of pumped up, when you get in this helicopter and the doors are off and you got one leg out and you're hanging on to a big $5,000 camera, That's what I call getting pumped up, and that's exactly what these guys are doing today. We've got Joe and Jerry flying in the R-44 helicopter, and we're going to kick things off here with this very special photo shoot for Nortec High Performance Boats. Longtime member John Mihalik, who has this first off 46-foot flyer, which is powered by Quad Mercury Racing 450Rs. And when I say first off, it's not the first time they built a flyer, but it's the first time they built the new 46 model, which is about 10 feet bigger and certainly wider than its predecessor, which was a 36-footer. Came out years ago. It had triple upboards on it. But if you look really closely, you'll see that this unique design, it's got a little bit of everything in it. So it's kind of like a center console because it's open, and it doesn't have a T-top right now, but it does have a retractable top that can come up at the push of a button, which is pretty amazing, of course, thanks to Niels Johnson, who is the incredible designer behind the Nortec line. But it's also a weekender because down below it's got a spacious cabin with all of the amenities of a much bigger boat. And at the end of the day, guys, it's still a high-performance boat, very capable of cruising at 60 miles per hour all day long and hitting top speeds close to 80 mph, which is about what they're hitting right about now.
No better guy than Tron Scout, who, first of all, give you my appreciation to Nortec for being a big supporter of this event, Tron, for so many years, but really to just help us put on a great show like Nortec always does, starting with this 46 Flyer, which has pretty much stolen the show, winning the top award of the Best Performance Center Console. And also, Tron, you're going to take home that Manufacturer's Cup, 22 registered Nortecs. Not bad for an event that is 100 boats lighter than it was last year in 2019. So a damn good show for Nortec.
Yeah, we really appreciate what you did, that actually putting the show on this year. You know, a lot of people were afraid that we wouldn't be any poker in this year, but we're really happy that you guys were able to put it on, and we had a great time yesterday on the boats, and hopefully today we're going to have a good rafting out on the island.
Now tonight, Tron, I want you to get all your Nortec friends and our club members together and be a part of that very festive occasion of receiving the Manufacturer's Cup. Because let's face it, it's with all these other Nortec owners that you guys are able to get that award because of the strong representation and the loyalty that you have with your brand, for sure. Good to be with my friends at Nortec, and looking forward to a great 2021. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, Stu.
And we're going to spend some time now chasing down some of the Poker Run teams who are really just out to play. It's going to be a casual day, most of them heading out towards Woman Key for the raft up, but some of them just cruising around like Michael and Sarah Howe in this brand new MTI 390X. Going to be a very popular model for MTI. Clearly, a lot of guys that enjoyed their 34s now moving up 5 feet bigger, and a great running boat, everyone tells me. So we're already starting to see widespread popularity of this particular model. They're back ordered for probably a year, I'm guessing, but Mercury Racing 450s are the way to go with this boat. And of course, custom graphics, all of them receiving very unique color packages that are done by the artists at MTI. And of course, we're starting to see a lot more wraps on these hulls. Let's listen into these Mercury Racing 450s. And I can't help but notice just how much better these conditions are on this Friday morning compared to what we had the last couple of days. Really turbulent and rough seas, which are the fallout from that hurricane that passed through. But the hurricane is well on its way past Tampa, moving north into the Gulf. So we have got some much nicer conditions as we now catch up with Darren and Megan Walligora. I hope I didn't screw that name up. They're all the way from Michigan, their first time on the Key West run in this really cool looking Spectre Cat. And here's a great shot from the tail section of this helicopter as we cross over Michael Tandoy in that 40-foot skater. Team out of control. This boat was a complete re-rig, and it's just kind of his coming out party here for Key West. Let's listen into those Mercury Racing 860s. And for that, guys, I'll say right now, you are welcome, because I know that's what you came for. We squeezed every decibel out of that segment that we could. I hope you appreciated it. And meanwhile, back at Poker Run headquarters, Miss Jackie and her lovely crew are selling some of those souvenir apparel items, t-shirts and hats and goodie bags, all kinds of stuff that we bring along for extra retail sale so you can take something home to your friends who couldn't make it. And a big show here at the docks as we get Raging Bull and Super Veloce together, that 48-foot MTI powered by Mercury Racing 1350s, along with its big brother ship, the Super Veloce MTI with 1550s. But you can see that there's just a really casual vibe going on here at the historic seaport, people cruising around, checking out all the boats on display. And some people aren't really in a big hurry to get out on the boats, and while others maybe they don't even have a boat, they're just fine taking a few photos for their Instagram page. Hey, Sandy. And of course, we have our FPC staff, that's Ron and Tyler, getting the boards up because we're going to start playing the poker cards out later tonight. Well, hello, ladies. Don't go too far, but we got to fly. And that's exactly what we're doing, flying with our R-44 helicopter, which is based here in Key West now, catching up with Daryl Cuttle from Ohio with his 42-foot Mystic Quad Mercury Racing 400Rs Team Durana. And it's all part of a little photo shoot that we set up. John Kosker and Greg Weber got all their Mystic customers together and said, hey, let's go out and have some fun and get some helicopter time. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. And it's something that we do for all of our sponsors, to reserve time and actually give them their own window with our aerial photo team so they can get some nice video and still photos, which may eventually wind up on Mystic's website or on, for many of you, just on your own social media pages. And one of the new Mystic 42s that I feel really stole the show 2 events in a row was Whale & Joe in this brand new 42 powered by Mercury Racing 450s. He came out at the Tampa run just 2 months earlier and won the best center console. I love the way he did the colors on this boat. I've never seen one like it, and I'm sure that John and the crew over at Mystic really enjoyed building this boat. But now he's on his second event, and he's going all out. He wanted to be right in front on the sponsor dock. Brought some pretty ladies on, and they're all in their matching bikinis the whole time. So I really want to commend Waylon for taking the time to do all his homework. He spent a lot of time watching our FPC videos to see how we do things, and he came out of the box strong with his first event, and now back for his second here joining us on Key West. And last but certainly not least, the man behind it all, John Kosker, who created this legendary Mystic brand. And it's truly amazing to see how much he's accomplished in his career, and he's still a young guy. Come on. I mean, building super boats on the offshore racing circuit for many, many years, and having world titles, 244 mile per hour, 50-foot Mystic Cat. And here he is now building family center consoles, which are so well designed and so beautiful. And that's why they are wildly popular with this whole Poker Run community. And that's why we have so many of them in the Florida Powerboat Club and here on our club's signature Key West event.
John Koster's been a busy guy at this Poker Run because he's got a lot of customers here. John, last time I checked, about 11 or 12 Mystics on the run. Not just a popular 42 model like you have as a demo, but we had some new 38 models and 3 cats altogether. Not a bad showing for Mystic, I got to say.
No, I'm really happy with it. With kind of the weird year we've had this year, I'm really happy that everybody kind of stepped up and showed up, and Key West is as inviting as ever, and it's been a fantastic weekend for everybody here with their Mystics. We had about 3 or 4 Mystics running with us together. My general manager, Ryan Zavitsky, he had one of the cats. He ran that down offshore, and then we had 3 of them running together from Marathon down here after a great lunch.
Now, let me say, Mystics come a long way since she started with the club a little while ago, but we're now coming close to the end of the 2020 season, where Mystic kind of jumped on board more with the Florida Powerboat Club to be more involved with our events. Have you seen, anything in terms of the lifestyle experience that the people are having? Because, we met with Whale & Joe earlier, who just got his new 4200, and boy, that guy is jazzed up. He is so happy, and if we can get every Mystic owner to be as happy and as spirited as him, we're gonna sell a lot of boats.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Joe, he's a fantastic new customer. I mean, he took delivery of his boat at the Tampa Poker Run with you guys,
yes,
and got to run in some calm water there a little bit, and then he hung with Daryl Cuttle and I all the way down here from from Miami,
Yeah.
and was like right on our doorstep the whole way down. And we actually ran all the way to Dry Tortuga yesterday.
Yeah.
And Waylon was right with us all the way over there and back. So pretty much every mile he's got on that boat is an FPC run right now. Ryan did a sea trial with a customer this morning that walked up and saw a cat on the dock today, and he's like, you know what, I've never had one of these. Would you mind taking me for a ride? And we're negotiating price at this point. So
Yeah.
the people who are walking the docks and looking at these boats, they're the customers we're looking for. So.
Well, the tail end of a great day and a great weekend. A big night ahead. We'd like you to come over and visit with us and take a sponsor award, John. We appreciate you being here. We want to thank you for that. And have your team come over and have dinner at the Conch Republic. So I hope everybody had a great time and look forward to seeing you back on the next one.
Absolutely. We'll be back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks to everybody at Mystic. And guys, if this isn't the money shot, I don't know what is. Look at the color of that water. None of these images have been modified in any way here at the studio. This is what the color looks like of the water in Key West. About 28 years ago, I came up with the slogan, Powerboating in Paradise, and it has stayed with us all those years, and this is exactly where I got it from, right here in Key West. Well, we're going to continue this Mystic segment. You've heard a lot about Waylon Joe earlier in the show. I caught up with him down at the docks in Key West. Let's hear what he had to say.
Waylon Joe is from Chicago, and I like talking to the new guys because it's his first time here on the Key West Poker Run, but a guy who's done very well in life. And Waylon, I got to know you over the last several months as you were shopping for a boat, and you just were like a kid in the candy store. You had enough financial resources to pretty much buy whatever you wanted, but you decided to buy this Mystic 4200 and dress it up with quad Mercury Racing 450s. You went all out. What made you decide to buy this boat?
Well, I always wanted an offshore boat of some sort to do what I needed to do, with the Florida Powerboat Club. And, Stu knows I've vacillated between cigarettes and Outer Limits and Center Console, but, after researching months and months of research, Center Console ways to go, and because it goes through the ocean so much better.
Sure.
And then the breakdown is a lot lower. The maintenance on the outboards is a lot less, but,
Sure.
As Stu said, I can do whatever I want, and I choose to be with the Florida Powerboat Club. It was awesome. Every day I'm exhausted. It's just like a big party all day long, every day. It's amazing.
We got you started the right way with baby steps by bringing you to the Tampa Bay Poker Run back in September. Like a 45 boat event. Now you're jumping up to a 160 boat event, and you're in the heart of Key West, right here on the sponsor dock. The heartbeat of this entire poker run. It's got to be exciting for you and your crew.
Oh, very, very exciting. I've been to Key West a couple years ago and looked out to the water from the inside, and it's a completely different view from the outside looking in. It's an awesome place to be, and we're very blessed to have a guy like Stu and the Florida Powerboat Club to do such awesome things. We're having a great time, just a great time.
Congratulations on the boat. You did a beautiful job with the yellows and the silvers, the metallics, the interior. I've never seen a Mystic like this before, so you've got something that is truly unique, and you've got to be proud.
No, thank you very much. We went through 3 different colors, and finally I decided to go with this color scheme. And it was, you spend this kind of money, and you do, basic white and blue is a good thing, but, to go out all yellow, it turned out great. Thank you, Stu.
Well, it's time for those lovely FPC girls. The same 3 that you've seen so many times, especially in the thumbnails on all of the shows that we've had for this Key West event. That is Melissa on the left, and Rayanne in the center, and that is Erin on the right. And I'd like to thank Melissa, who set up all these girls. She actually gets a lot of the FPC girls for all of our events. We have got Joe and Jerry today on the docks at the Conch Republic Seafood Company. Going to spend some time with the girls, so enjoy this segment featuring the FPC girls on the 2020 edition of the Key West Offshore Poker Run. And I know that a lot of you guys out there are asking, well, how do I get the lovely FPC girls to do pictures on my boats? Well, if you happen to notice all of the brands that we're using to do our photo shoots, of course, it's our sponsor boats. We want to give all our love to the sponsors because they support us on these events year after year. So those are the boats that we're going to choose typically for these photo shoots. Now, for those of you ladies out there who want to be an FPC girl, it's really not that difficult. All you have to do is check in with us here at FPC. You can email us at admin@flpowerboat.com, or you can send us a message on Facebook Messenger. And of course, you can also message us on Instagram, of course, the FPC Girls, at FPC Girls. So we are always looking for new girls and fresh faces. So please, we welcome your submissions. And we're back out on these beautiful waterways heading out to Woman Key. Shane and Vicky Franks all the way from Michigan in this 42-foot Statement Ultimate. We saw a lot of this boat in the last episode. Only 5 of this particular model were ever built by Statement. This one is powered by Mercury Racing 700s. And here's another money shot, guys. These beautiful waterways, just an amazing color. We're just a few miles outside of Key West Harbor, heading towards Woman Key. I think that our club member Lane Christensen is going to have a little blast from the past as he enjoys this big 51-foot outer limits because he used to own it. In fact, this is the boat he owned when he joined the club about 8 years ago. If anybody wants to sign up for the event, it's flpowerboat.com, where we have all the details for the 2021 event. And this is a familiar sight for our photo and video crew. When you see 5 or 6 boats just kind of floating around together, you know it's time to roll. And that means we've got a sponsor who has put his customers together. And in this case, it's Brett Minier from the Performance Boat Center. And he has got all of these Wright Performance cats together. 4 of them are the 360 model, 1 of them the 420 model. And they have got things put together quite nicely. Now, I don't know if Brett sat down and mapped this out with a piece of paper and showed everybody what he wanted, but he somehow got these guys right on par. I mean, everyone was running together at the same speed. They got really nice and tight, and this is the stuff that I absolutely love. Every one of them totally different than the one beside it, all powered by Mercury Racing, some of them 450s, some of them 400s, but it's just amazing to see how far Performance Boat Center has come with this exclusive line. They started out with the Wright Performance 360, then they built the 420. But, you know, I think it was only about 4 years ago when they came out with this model, and we have so many of them in the club now. But this is the biggest gathering of having altogether 5 of them running together here on this event. A great shout out to Brett Minier and all of the gang at Performance Boat Center, and great supporters of this event year after year. But this photo shoot was a 10 out of 10 in every way. Guys, you're looking fantastic. And I think the growing popularity of these performance catamarans, along with the Mercury Racing Power Package, they started out with the 400s, now the 450 seems to be the popular engine. But, you know, what a perfect combination. I think that everyone is so happy with the performance of the boats. The fuel economy is through the roof. These guys are running, 100 miles an hour all day long and getting up to 2 miles per gallon. It's unheard of in the performance marine sector to get that kind of fuel economy and the reliability, and they can run on pump fuel. I think it's gotten to the point where we've reached a point in this industry, and certainly in this sport, where we can have a reliable boat that will run 100 miles an hour all day long, and provided we get these nice, calm, perfect conditions, there's nothing better. To be able to ride from Miami all the way to Key West trouble-free and burn hardly any fuel. You park the boat at the dock, you rinse it off, and you go straight to the bar, have a cocktail, and continue on your evening and your fun in Key West. You don't have to worry about the boat until the next morning. I think that has brought us to a point where we can start really enjoying what a poker run is. So congratulations to all of you owners for taking a leap of faith with Performance Boat Center. Matt Borsina here, he's on his second Wright Performance 360. I think if that doesn't illustrate how happy he is, then nothing else will. And we saved the big dog for last, of course, the Wright Performance 420 here, Mercury Racing 450s. Brad Exton, his very first poker run with the club, and he just had a blast. His comments in his video bio were just so flattering and so complimentary to all of us that he had a blast. His people he brought with them had a lot of fun. And I'm so impressed that guys like Brad and so many of you out there in the Florida Powerboat Club that are doing these runs, you could be doing so many other things. You have so many other sports and so many other, especially horsepower sports, that you could be doing. But you choose to be with us. You choose to be with the Poker Run crowd and following these events around the state of Florida. I think that means a lot to us. And the fact that we can get you guys together and put on a show like this is what really makes it all worth the while. Look at that shot. Amazing. Thanks so much to everyone at Performance Boat Center. 2 locations, one in the heart of Lake of the Ozarks, which is indeed a full-service facility and a place that you want to hang out at every weekend when you're at Lotto. And, of course, our South Florida location in Hollywood, which was recently expanded to include a much larger storage facility. And they have actually been performing some of this service on my cigarette Top Gun, which is powered by Mercury Racing 540s. I finally caught up with Brett Menier down at the sponsor dock. Let's hear what he had to say.
There's only one guy at the Key West Poker Run that's as busy as me, and that's Brett Menier from Performance Boat Center, because he's got it all going on. Every line that they represent, at least in the performance lines, is represented here at the sponsor dock. We've got right performance models, both 360 and 420. We've got this MTI or Slot 42 that we're on right now, a brand new boat, beautiful, beautiful job. And we've got a Sensation 40 CCX right behind us. That belongs to Jason Tolliver. So, I think that getting your customers to help you represent your brands by letting them use their boats really to go do sea trials. You've been busy all day.
It's a lot of trust. We've got a lot of people here making it happen. All of our guys are here washing boats and changing an alternator or battery this morning. We're doing demos and washing windshields and doing everything we can to make sure everybody goes out and has a fun time and enjoys their boats.
And that's good. I like the way you guys operate, because you seem like you spend the mornings getting out and doing sea trials off the sponsor dock here. So you've been going at that since about 9 o'clock this morning. And then you got in some photo shoots yesterday, which, by the way, turned out fantastic with the formation stuff. That was really good. I know you guys set that up, but boy, the guys nailed it. I saw the stuff.
I'm proud. We were on time for the first time ever. You and I have had a lot of conversations about that. We were there at 12:30, and man, how cool to have 5 or 6 of our boats that we build in Missouri and assemble and rig. It's pretty cool to have them out there. The owners really enjoyed it. I appreciate you setting that for us.
Docks are starting to clear out. Which boat are you going to go out on today, Brett?
I think I'm going to take my 360 out and follow my customer at the 420. They had never been, so you guys allow a guy to feel comfortable coming from St. Louis, Missouri, and never been in the ocean before. Everything was there for him, so I'm going to follow him out and check you out at Women Key.
All right, well, a big shout out to everybody at Performance Boat Center. Your guys have been working hard up and down the docks, helping everybody out. A great team. Big thanks to all the Performance Boat team, Brett, for being here.
Thank you, Florida Powerboat Club. You guys make it enjoyable and have everything covered for us. So really appreciate everything you do.
Well, that was an action-packed episode, guys. A little bit of something for everybody. High-performance boats, fast-running boats, big, loud horsepower, girls in bikinis, and a big party here in Key West. But, we just passed the 30-minute mark, so we're going to have to sign off again. But we're going to be back with Episode 9 and following that with 10 with continuing coverage of this epic Key West Poker Run 2020 edition. I call it the COVID edition. We managed to get through it, and I thank everybody for taking a leap of faith to come out and join us. So we're going to sign off here from the FBC studio, but remember, guys, you don't want to miss the next episode. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. Be sure to check out the website at flpowerboat.com for all of the details about upcoming Poker Run events in 2021, as well as membership information. You can follow us on Facebook at Florida Powerboat Club, and you can follow us on Twitter and on these Instagram pages. Thanks to all of our viewers for your wonderful comments on our page, and you guys know who you are, and I really do appreciate that. But if you have questions or comments you want to direct to me specifically, please use my personal email at stu@flpowerboat.com. I check that daily, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We have got a fantastic year planned for 2021 with members of the Florida Powerboat Club, so stay with us. Meanwhile, we're going to sign off for now. This is Stu Jones along with our producer Ryan McCoy in the Pompano Beach studio. Have fun out there, guys. Be safe on the waterways. Wear your life jackets when the time is right, and always respect your fellow boaters. Bye for now.